So Dorothy is confirmed to be the next Pilgrim right after our current banner ends. If you guys are wondering, now should you pull for her? Based upon what a lot of players have speculated, she's going to be the Litter replacement. Apparently stronger, better than Litter. But is that going to be the case though? So let's find out in this video. Now first things first, I want you guys to be aware of that right here in this particular global live stream,
I've heard of her name.
they mentioned something different from what we saw in the KR or the JP live stream. So I think Exia pulled this up and notice this particular message to Anis. It says Dorothy is an attacker character with bruised skill 3 and an AR ungrateful Oz as the weapon of choice. But that's not what was showcased on the JP and the KR livestream. On the JP livestream, especially where they showed this, Dorothy was displayed as a Burst 1 Pilgrim character, as you can see right here. So I'll have this translated. We're gonna take a look at the translated one, courtesy of Brightone.gg. Okay, so first things first, as you can see, Burst 1 supporter apparently, and her element is water, assault rifle, cooldown 20 seconds. So you can see a lot of things are very similar to Litter. Now keep in mind, she is a supporter, but apparently she does a lot of damage as a supporter. Is she going to do more damage than Litter? So let's find out. So first things first, her skill 1, a torch. Now activates when the last bullet hits a target and it's going to affect all allies. Now this is always a good thing, a skill that affects everyone in your team, not just herself. I like it. As you can see, it reduces cooldown of burst skill by 1.56 seconds. So when the last bullet hits a target, that means this is something that is going to happen constantly throughout, right? So and one more ability right here, activates when the last bullet hits a target. When in expression mode, affects all allies as well. You can see when attacking a certain part of an enemy, damage dealt to the part is increased by 50.68% for 5 seconds. Now this is a good bonus right here. It does a lot of damage, 50.68% for 5 seconds. That is an absurd amount of damage right there. So again, this seems to be very similar to what D can provide, and also if you're looking to tackle the train boss where you want to destroy the turrets of the train, damage dealt to the part, hopefully this is going to be something that you want to consider. 50% damage boost is just insane, and considering that this not only affects herself but everyone on the team, so she's going to be a very good support for sure. Now this is most likely at skill level 10. If your skill like slightly lower, hopefully the scaling adjusted accordingly, maybe it's like 20 to 30%, it seems like. Alright, so skill 2 of hers is going to be Baptism. As you can see, it's a 20 seconds cooldown, affects all enemies, and basically deals 216% of attack as damage. So apparently this one is going to be one of her better skill. 20 seconds, every time she will be able to deal this amount of damage consistently, it seems like, and it's going to affect all enemies. So I am not sure how strong or how absurd this is, but this seems really strong if it's actually going to affect all enemies. Like in PvE or in PvP, she will be able to hit every enemy with this amount of damage. So her burst skill is going to be the most important one. Paradise Lost, 20 seconds cooldown, like I mentioned, similar to a lot of other burst 1 characters, the best minimum cooldown that you want. So this is going to affect self, enters expression mode for 10 seconds, and changes the cooldown of Baptism to 2 seconds. So what is Baptism? Baptism is this particular skill. So expression mode for 10 seconds changes the cooldown of Baptism to 2 seconds. I'm not sure if I'm crazy reading this, but that is a lot of damage improved upon the skill 2, because so basically this will be cooldown to 2 seconds. Cooldown to 2 seconds, that means throughout the duration of 10 seconds, which is the expression mode, you will be able to do it 5 times. Makes sense, right? 2 seconds times 5 or times 4, depending. So this will be about 1000% modifier right here for your skill 2, which is again makes her a really crazy strong character overall. I feel like she's going to be quite good in PvP, considering that she will be able to destroy the enemies altogether. Yeah, this is like a lot, very high modifier or multiplier right here rather, unless she has like crazy low stats to balance this out. I think this sounds pretty broken so far based on what we have seen. Gains Pierce for 10 seconds. Okay, again, Pierce, if you guys are not aware, this allows you to boost a lot of damage, brands an enemy for the duration of the expression mode, and all the damage dealt to him by Dorothy and her teammates is added together. Once the expression mode ends, the damage dealt will be distributed equally between all enemies. The maximum accumulated damage is capped at 8,900% of Dorothy's attack. That is insane! That is a lot of damage. Okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but let me try my best to explain if you guys don't understand. So let's say when you activate this particular skill to a boss, this boss, you mark the boss during this duration that your expression mode and all this damage is dealt, you do 10 million damage, and at the end of the duration, after the burst ends, you deal additional 10 million damage because that's how much you do to the boss. But of course, if there's a few enemies in the field, it will be distributed equally amongst all of them. But if there's only one boss, the boss basically receives double damage. So that's how I understood it. It sounds really broken. By itself, I do think that she is going to compete with Nikke as the best Burst 1 character right now. Honestly, I really don't see how can Nikke win against this. This is just an insane, absurd skill right here. Hopefully this is true, and if it is, highly recommend you guys to go all in on her. She's going to be something that a lot of players need to look towards to. Nikke is in danger. Okay, let's have a look at this particular character, Ray. So this is a character that you get for free. Hopefully everybody gets her, and you don't have to make a decision whether you want to pull for her or not. This is something that everyone do get. She's going to be a burst 1 defender, SMG, also 20 seconds. Senpai support, you can see affects all allies, charges burst gauge by 2.47%, and if the decoy is present, restores HP equals to the caster's max HP. So she's able to heal. Very good if you need a healer. She might have some sort of synergy with Scarlet. Scarlet always takes her own health away, right? Skill 2, Senpai Spirit, Decoy, Summon, and Alter Ego with 96% HP of the original. The effect lasts up to 240 seconds. Alright, very good. And you can see Burst, Skill 20 seconds, Taunt. Alright, if you need Taunt, she will have that for a little while. Sustain damage reduced by 14.4%. If the Decoy is present, affects the Decoy. Constantly recover Decoy's HP by 2.27% of caster's maximum HP every 1 second for 10 seconds. So that's going to be for the Penguin that helps you tank for Ray right here. So overall, I do think that Ray is going to be a prominent defender if you are trying to, just have a defender in your slot for Taunt. She is going to be able to help you out, but I think most players already have Makima or Lyudmila if you started before this. But if you haven't, don't worry too much about her. As of now, I would focus more on Dorothy, because definitely if you are deciding whether you want to pull or not, Dorothy is going to be probably the strongest burst 1. It feels like she is going to do a lot of damage based on what we are reading right now. So definitely that's something that I would love to test out. If you guys are interested for me to do viewer pulls for you guys, I'm all for it. Dorothy's banner is going to be up in 4 days. Alright, something that we can all look forward to. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Be honest in the comment section below. And yeah, subscribe, give this video a like. Have a nice day. Goodbye.